right, so let's pivot. I want to talk about scope creep and change orders because it's almost inevitable in this business that it's going to happen to you at some point or the other. Sometimes justifiable, sometimes it's a miss, whatever that might be. But can you give us just maybe like 2 or 3 items where can cause that budget to go from estimated 150 to 180? What are some of those big ticket items that cause that 10-20% increase that just could not be known on the front end? And then talk through the process of how do you deal with that with the investor, right? Like get everyone on the same page, communicate, et cetera.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing I tell every one of our clients or anyone I talk to is almost no matter what I tell you, it's going to probably cost more and take longer than I initially estimated. Like it's the nature of the beast. And especially with renovations, right? New construction is a little bit different where you have a set of plans and you can kind of build straight out of the ground. Renovation, like you said, as soon as you start tearing apart walls, especially with a lot of these kind of framed buildings in Chicago, that's why I'm definitely a little more biased to the brick buildings. They're definitely a little more stout and come with a little less headaches. As soon as you start tearing apart, especially in the basements, right, of these framed buildings where there's so much moisture buildup, tons of foundation issues can come in quick. I'd say water is one of the biggest issues that can cause problems very quickly and add up very quickly. And then just like plumbing is a big one too, right? I'm a huge proponent of ripping out as much of that old galvanized pipe as you can and replacing it with copper, even if it's going to cost you a little more. I think that's one of the things that newer investors often overlook as well. Like putting a lot more money in upfront on your rehabs is actually going to benefit you in the long run. On all those kind of CapEx expenses that you're going to be saving on down the road.
Yeah, I'll second that. Our first, I don't know if it was 100 units, but we tried just doing what it took to get someone in there to rent it. And we ended up getting nickel and dime on and made a miserable scenario for tenants living there based on us not covering all the CapEx stuff up front and doing it the right way.